This episode, MrAPchem and I go over the top 5 best NRS era created characters. This means characters created in either MK9, MKX, MK11, or MK1. These have to be characters that you can play as or against, so even though she's top tier, Madame Bo is not eligible for this list. Let's jump into it.
Flawless victory.
I want to do top 5. So we want to do the top 5 NRS created characters. So only characters that have been created brand new in the NRS era. And I'm going to let you go first. Who would you say is in the top 5 NRS characters?
Oh, Lord. Well, see, the interesting thing about top 5s is that you got to define the criteria first.
Whatever your personal, for whatever reason. Whatever you personally feel would be in the top 5.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to hesitate on this one because I be liking to think. So, in terms of top 5, my criteria for a top 5 character would have to be probably their look, their lore,
All right.
their impact on the main story, obviously their gameplay and how viable that is and how competitive they are. And I think those would be my criteria. So, and I'm not going to even order them because I don't really care who's number one.
Well,
who's number five.
what is one of them? Give me one of your top 5 and the reason why.
Kotal Khan.
Okay.
Kotal Khan.
Why Kotal
For
Khan?
sure. So Kotal Khan has a completely unique look. There's no, I don't know of any Aztec / Mesoamerican. No, that's not true. There are Mesoamerican fighting game characters, but you don't have one like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The guy, the way he looks is awesome.
Agreed.
Obviously, he's been very strong competitively. He was a major character in both MKX and MK11, even though they treated him like a $2 hoe in both of those games. But
Yeah, storyline wise, he didn't get too many wins, but
nah, he didn't. Well, what they would do is they would make him win and then turn around and kick his ass afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just undermine the shit out of this new character. Like, it's crazy. He was built better in the MKX comic than he was anywhere else.
Yeah, agreed.
So he's definitely a very strong character in that aspect.
What I like about Kotal too is he's kind of like a politician in a sense, where he comes off honorable in public, but in private he's super devious. And I feel like that discrepancy in his character is cool for a story.
So you said he's devious?
Oh, absolutely. You don't think so?
What makes you say that?
I mean, in MKX, well, first of all, he planned a coup against the reigning government to become Khan. He said he would do one thing in front of Raiden, and then once he had the amulet and killed Melina, he completely did something opposite. He's like, I'm gonna keep the amulet actually, and I'm gonna kidnap you guys.
Right.
And then once
I would argue that he did those things not necessarily because he's like a deceptive character like Tanya or anything like that, or the old Tanya, I should say. But I would argue that he did those things, because he thought it was the best for the realm of Outworld.
Right, he does it to protect Outworld. He's not like Shao Kahn, where he does it to expand his own power. But it's still devious. He still said one thing and did another. Or when he saw Shinnok was taking over Earthrealm, he's like, okay, you guys are dead, so I'm gonna
Right.
capture you guys to appease Shinnok to protect Outworld. So
Right.
again, it's a
Well,
devious thing to do, but it's in service of his realm.
Yeah.
And I like that kind of dark and light within his character.
Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, I agree. And that's why that's one of the things that's appealing about him is that he's not what you would consider universally a good guy or a bad guy.
Correct.
He's just a guy, you know what I'm saying? And
He's Roman Reigns.
you know, he has complexities and stuff like that. That character he still has so much potential.
I agree.
I just wish that NRS would stop really like shitting on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop shitting on these cons, man. Because you got Kotal Khan and Shao Kahn that have been shit on in these past couple titles. Like,
I mean,
come on,
to
let them live,
to
son.
be fair, I think they did Shao Kahn his due in Aftermath.
Somewhat, yes.
He was
definitely
wrecking
helped resuscitate
shop.
him a little bit.
He was wrecking shop in Aftermath. He beat Liu Kang
He was
clean.
wrecking shop in Aftermath.
Yeah.
But then when you port him over to MK1,
Well, that's
all
not
he
Shao
does is
Kahn.
lose.
That's a
It's
sickly.
not, but he's gonna be Shao Kahn. Well, he would
Really?
be Shao Kahn, you know, if the events were allowed to play out and stuff like that. This is the character that would wind up becoming Shao Kahn, and all he does is lose.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think it's the same character. This General Shao was like a sickly boy, and he,
Yeah,
you know,
I
he
mean,
has
it's not
no
exactly the
magic,
same
like
character,
he's-
but he's still in the same niche. It's sort of like Bihan and Kuai Liang. Like, they're definitely not
Oh,
the same character, but
they're
both of
not
them
the
are
same
Sub-Zero.
character at all.
No, they're not the same character. Well, they don't have the same character traits and stuff like that, but both of them got a slide in an ice ball, and they're both recognized as Sub-Zero.
Yeah,
And you're
but I mean,
you know
as
what I'm
far
saying?
as how they are in the lore, they're not.
Yeah,
they're not the same.
lore-wise, they're not quite the same character.
Yeah, they're,
Well, and General Shao is sort of like the prelude to Shao Kahn, it seems.
I don't think so. Shao Kahn had like sorcery; he could steal souls and whatnot. This guy is a jabroni. He can't do anything essentially other than hit you
Well,
over
he
the
can't do
head.
any of it yet. Like, we still
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know to what extent he'll be able to do those things.
True,
Like, he might get that stuff later, for all we know.
maybe. True.
But the point is, you know, the cons have had a rough go of Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of them, and it kind of sucks for them. So, you know, people that are fans of those characters are struggling. You know what I'm saying?
So, for one of my top 5, I would have to say, I think Geras actually should be a staple in Mortal Kombat. I just really like how. So the Mortal Kombat characters are supposed to be dangerous, right? But you can't just go around killing everyone in the story. So I feel like you gotta have him win some fights, because then if you just beat him all the time, then it doesn't mean anything. Kind of like Reptile used to be. But but once you want to show off someone who's powerful, you just have them rip apart Geras. You know what I mean? And from a power set standpoint, he has a different kind of he has different type of moves. It's not just an element like fire, ice, whatever.
Right.
So I think Geras would be top 5 in my book.
Yeah, definitely. No, I completely agree. Because Geras has had the opposite of the problem with Shao Kahn / General Shao. Like,
Really? I feel like
was
Geras has
imposing
lost every fight that he's been in.
who's that?
I was gonna say, I think Geras has lost every fight that he's been in.
But I mean, he's definitely lost every fight, but here's the thing. He was always portrayed as extremely strong. I mean, he froze the two champions of Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? He's, you know, Cassie Cage and Sonya had to go through a whole ordeal to blow this dude up, only for him to bring his ass back like the T-1000 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now he becomes the keeper of time. Like, my boy done had a glow up.
Yeah,
so
I
even
agree.
though he got his ass kicked, he's still presented as much more imposing than damn Kotal Khan, who was being held back by Shiva.
Yeah, Kotal Khan was getting wrecked. Especially in 11, he was getting wrecked.
Oh yeah, he got hold so bad. He even got hold in his own release trailer. How you get killed in your own release trailer? Like, come on,
You come
man.
from the Aztec, apparently.
Yeah, like, what's wrong with y'all?
All right, who's your next person that should be top 5?
So, my people, my homeboy Wallace, you know, he's like a brother to me, and you know what I'm saying, not just in MK but in real life. And we've had lots of discussions about this damn character.
Okay.
But I have to say, Devora is like definitely one of the dopest and interesting takes on a new character. Definitely.
You know what? I like Devora the way you like a villain. Like, she's supposed to be hated, and she does her job well.
Right. She's definitely a heel character.
She is a heel.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't supposed to like her.
Exactly.
Yeah, you are not supposed to like her at all.
And I think she does her job. People hate her because of what she did in the story, not for any other. You know, she's not like lukewarm like some of the, like Suhao or something like that.
Absolutely. And she did some important ass shit. Like,
absolutely.
Who gets to kill Melina and Scorpion?
Right?
As a character, and Baraka.
And Baraka.
Yeah, like, who gets to do that? Ooh, that's my first time actually doing that to somebody. Oh.
Yeah, so definitely Devora.
I actually use her with Sonya.
What happened?
I actually like using Tanya with Sonya.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. She's fantastic with Sonya.
The funny part is I love this game, but I play it so little that I've never really experimented.
Oh, man. That's one of the beautiful things about this game is that, you know, even though, you know, the top tier players of this game are gonna have their tried and true teams, you're still gonna find teams that are really, really strong when you decide to put them together. Like for instance, I use Johnny Cage with Scorpion. Yo, with Scorpion, he's kind of ill. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
He's illmatic with Scorpion. Because the Scorpion, you can combo from his nut punch.
How will I fare as matron superior?
As well as your gifts allow.
So just to carry on with our top 5, we got 2 more left. So you said Devora. I'm gonna go with, I think Takeda is good. And
oh yeah.
So just because he has so many different what's the word I'm looking for? So many different relationships. You know, he's with the Shirai Ryu, he's kind of with the Special Forces. He's with his dad. He has cool powers.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I always
Yeah,
forget
tequila
is
definitely
using
dope.
my cameo to make things safe.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, so with that being said, we have one more left on our top 5. Who would you, and that pick goes to you. Who would you say is top 5 NRS era characters?
Ooh, I don't even know. I truly don't know. Let me see.
Oh, nicely done.
Yes, sir. Oh, I haven't either. It's hard because a lot of them didn't really get no build up like that. So many of them didn't get build. They didn't get built up at all. Like they appeared in the one game, and then it's like fuck them afterwards. Or the ones that did appear in multiple games, they're sort of like shells of their former selves. Because I would have said Cassie or Jackie, but they're shells of their former selves from MKX. So I wouldn't pick them.
Okay.
Same thing with Aaron Black. You know what I'm saying? Like Aaron Black has such a cool design and shit.
I agree.
He's done nothing in the goddamn story, so
But
can't pick him.
can he coast on just coolness though? Is his cool factor enough or no?
Well, coolness, he would rank like a 9 out of 10, but then when you look at his impact in the story, it's like a 3 out of 10.
Agreed.
And then when you look at his competitive history, it's been mixed. Because he started off strong as hell in MKX, then they nerfed him.
Yeah.
And then same sort of thing in MK11. So there's that.
Okay. I mean, there's Aaron, there's Kung Jin, we got Ferrator, we got Triborg, we got Collector, and we got Cetrion, we got Scarlet.
I like Scarlet, but she has the same problems as what I described with Aaron. You know, I guess this is what I'll say. So the best character that could have been is Chronica.
Okay.
So I'll put her in there
Chronica.
because
Go ahead.
the idea of her as a boss is so bananas. Like you have this Titan character who's stronger than the Elder Gods. She's Shinnok's mama, Cetrion's mama. She manipulates time. This character is supposed to be unbeatable. You know, at her face, she should be like, damn, what's the boy name with the Infinity Glove? I can't think of his name right now. There you go. She's supposed to be like Thanos. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. A lot of people don't like her as a main boss. I think if they just made her more difficult, maybe that would have been cooler. But I actually like Chronica a lot as a villain.
Yeah. Well, the idea of her as a character is really, really good. It's just that she was made to be very polite and incompetent at the same time. Like,
I think it's more the incompetence, because players love the polite villain. People love Shang Tsung. But I think you're right.
Shang Tsung's not really polite though, because he's like just very deceptive and conniving and stuff like that.
I mean, but he doesn't talk to you the way Shao Kahn would talk to you. He's on his P's and Q's.
I mean, he's more polite than Shao Kahn, but I don't know if I would call Shang Tsung polite. I mean, because he insults people too. Like, how polite is it to say "I'll steal your soul"? Like, that's not very polite.
I think that's very polite. The man is direct. He's telling you what he's about to do.
Well, that just makes him honest. That doesn't make him polite. But well, here's the thing. Politeness is fine, but you gotta then show her being a savage too. Like,
I agree.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
you would have
Like,
given
that's
her
what makes
some
the fight
wins,
real.
give her some wins.
Yeah.
Make her seem dangerous.
Yes,
Yeah.
like this lady didn't seem threatening. She didn't even look like she
Correct.
could fight for real.
I
Like
agree.
she didn't threaten nobody. She didn't yell at nobody, and that's fine. But she also didn't kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Agreed.
if someone failed her, we should have seen her snap and send their ass to the void or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I will say I love her her fatality that she has. If you ever lose to her,
oh word, what does she do?
oh, you've never seen her fatality? It's pretty dope. She'll like rip you apart horizontally and then rewind time and bring you back together, then rip you apart vertically, then rewind time and bring you back together, then rip you apart the other way, and she just keeps doing that. She just keeps doing that. It's pretty it's pretty dirty. Yeah.
That's dirty. See, but that's what I'm saying.
But we don't see it in the story though.
That's what I'm saying. This
Yeah.
girl can manipulate time. Why is she not ripping people apart repeatedly on a loop and watching them suffer in the back while they die like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we should have
Exactly.
seen that.
Yes, I agree.
And there you have it. Our list for the top 5 best NRS era created characters is Kotal Khan, Geras, Devora, Takeda Takahashi, and Kronika. What would your top 5 NRS era created characters look like? Leave your list in the comments. If you made it this far, you can
Acknowledge me.
by hitting the like button. You can hit confirm into the subscribe button to join
Dozens.
of ShinFit subscribers. If you like fighting game content, there's a video on screen now that I'm sure that you'll enjoy. But more importantly than everything else, don't get beat up out there.